Kabir Weaver of God's name. Aha! Lovely, beautiful, very nice stories. The only succor. The world is transitory and one day everyone has to leave it. Worldly achievements, power, prestige, riches, and opposition will be left behind. Kabir says that man wastes his valuable time in vain pursuits at the dictates of his mind and fails to realize that the only practice of time will save him from the clutches of the negative power. As if in reply to a seeker's question why Kal and negative power was created, Kabir says that both Kal and Akal are created by the Supreme Being in order to continue this creation of duality. Akal is the positive power or the power of the Lord Himself, while Kal is conducting the entire working of the physical, astral, and causal worlds. The Lord's positive power is permeating every particle of the creation and sustaining it. Thus, the two are necessary components for the continuation of creation. Even Ravan, who raised forts and impas made of gold, to depart empty-handed, O man, why act on the dictates of your mind? When death comes and catches you by hell, your only rescue will be God's name. Kal and Akal are both created by the Lord to continue this complex game. Says Kabir in the end, he will be saved whose heart is filled with the elixir of God's name. Particle of God. It is not a man, nor a demigod, nor a jati, nor a shavet, not a yogi, nor a abdut. It is no mother, nor is it any one son. No one unravels the mystery of what dwells within this temple. It is not the householder, nor the recluse, nor the monarch, nor a beggar door to door. It has no body, nor a drop of blood. It is not a Brahmin, nor a Khatri. No one unravels the mystery of what dwells within this temple, is it not? As a monk, nor as a sheikh. It does not live, nor has anyone seen it die. He who cries at his death invites sorrow and loses face. No one unravels the mystery of what dwells within this temple. With my master's blessings, I have found my path. Through his grace, my birth and death are both effaced. Says Kabir, it is a particle of God, like the indelible mark of the ink on paper, it cannot be erased. A self by doubts. My path is unique, it is beyond description. Even incarnations are deluded. Deluded is the entire world. Ineffably unique is my path. Awake, O my friend. Awake, if you will, or Yama will seize your soul and carry it away. You put no faith in the path of the Shabd, yet try to impart true knowledge to others. Yama is pleased, he has served a place now for you in his mansion. My path is unique, it is beyond description. Doubt, the ruthless hunter, lurks within your body. His arrow has pierced the flawless diamond of your soul. Ineffable unique is my path. Doubt resides within you. It makes you throw the dice till you lost all your wealth. It blindly attacks like a wounded beast, destroying one and all. My path is unique, it is beyond description. Pure as gold. The Lord has revealed himself to me within my body. My entire being cleans, not shines like pure gold. Just as the goldsmith aces gold on the touchstone, I have been put to the test and made whole. One after another, many births I took, many paths I followed to escape this relentless cycle. Only when I made my mind still did I attain the state of lasting repose. I searched and searched for him in external pursuit, but wasted the precious days of my human life. When I became absorbed in the realm beyond mind and Maya within my own body, I found the Lord. Without knowing him, I was best metal. On realizing him, Kabir became gold, precious and pure, the limits of intellect. Lord, you are my emperor, free from all fear. O mighty king, you are the boat to ferry me across. When I existed, you did not. Now I am not. You alone are. You and I have become one, and seeing this oneness, my mind accepts of a unity. As long as I had intellect, how could I gain strength? Now, the power of intellect cannot prevail over me. Says Kabir, the Lord has deprived me of my intellect. He has transformed it into realization, the one in the many. Almighty Lord, Thou art eternal and peerless, who realizes this is liberated. O thou life and essence of all, if thou be merciful to me, no more will I dwell in delusion. The Lord was unattainable, impervious, and imperceptible. Through his own knowledge, my master revealed him to me, the one whose quest kept wandering in all directions. Him I see through my master's grace present all over the world. My master opened the stubborn door within, the eternal flame became visible and yawning gates of misery, and the death was seen. The Supreme One revealed himself. I found him through my meditation. The same Lord I once looked for in temples and trees and worship. Now the One assumes manifold shapes. I see the formless in my many a form, says Kabir. O merciful Lord, varied paths I followed in quest of thee. Now thou thy name, all my obstacles, all my blemishes have dissolved, and I have attained the state of supreme bliss. O my mind, O mind, I give you freedom to roam wherever you feel inclined to go. To Kabir, your movements now I will not put a goat on your hand. For wheresoever cast my eyes, there I see none else but the Lord. Having recognized the Lord within, my thoughts rest only in him. As long as I was tied to the body, duality existed for me. Since realization came here, there, everywhere, the one alone do I see. I am merged in him. My I exist no more, says Kabir. I am complete, absorbed in the ocean of bliss, empty within. What use is the tilak on your forehead? What use the rosary around your neck when you know not the way to meet the Lord? A restive beast, though bound with a clog, will not give up his truculent ways. Your attire shining white, your mind within is dark as night. What worth of holy garb? What use your rosary and peace when you know not the way to meet the Lord? Without true love and longing, what worth are your tears for him? Your mind within is covered with layers upon layer of dirt. How can you become clean and pure by washing and rinsing the body? What has used your tilak? What use your rosary when you know not the way to meet the Lord? You are only after politics, you know not the favor of true devotion, says Kabir. You glitter like tinsel and are empty within, you know not the way to meet the Lord. Who dies while living? If one dies while living, for him death is sweet for him who has experienced it through the Master's grace. Cause has died for him, so too has died effect. The conquest has also died with her alluring ways. If one dies while living, for him death is sweet. His rank and honor are dead, so too is death his idleness. His pride is dead, with it all his deceptive desires. If one dies while living, for him death is sweet. Those who while living die by merging into the Lord become immortal. Kabir. If one dies while living, for him death is sweet. Death is sweet for him who has experienced it through the Master's grace. Deluded Pandits. The Pandits are deluded through reading and studying the Vedas. They know not the secret of their own self. Evening prayers, chanting, and the 6 deeds of piety they perform and preach and consider them the essence of the true religion. During each of the 4 ages, O Pandit, men kept chanting and prescribed the holy mantras. Go and ask them, who has earned liberation this way? If touched by others, you rush to wash your body, but tell me, pray, who is the power than you? Who is lower than you? Of your holy and pious acts, you are vain and boastful, but pride opens the doors to do. The one who loves the humble, how will he tolerate your pride, O Pandit? Those who give us pride of status and lineage and search for the abode of the pure one, they destroy the shoot, even the seed and wild, yet in the body transcends its bounds, the swan. The man of God moves about in the world, yet stays pure like the swan. For him flows the nectar of the immaculate name, and he always sings the praises of Lord. Within he dwells in celestial shores, of the lake Mansarovar. His heart, detached from all else, remains absorbed His heart detached from all else remains absorbed in the Lord's lotus feet. He never opens his beak for anything but the words of the divine love and grace. He stays silent or he speaks in praise of the Lord, and the growth of depravity cannot come near him. Such is one who, friend, has realized his true self. He alone, Kabir, is the man of God. He alone is dear to him who separates milk from water. House of clay. I will no longer live in this washed house of clay. I'll go and dwell with the Lord. I'll become one with him. I'll not stay in this house of clay. Its thatch is tattered, its walls are full of holes. At each roar of thunder, it shakes ominously, and my heart shudders with fear. No more will I stay in this mud house. I'll dwell with the Lord and be with him. My destination is far and it is hard to proceed, for the 10th door is firmly locked on the four sides of my heart. A sentinel stands on guard. Even when the sentinels are awake, thieves enter and steal my wealth. I will not stay any more in this house of clay. Says Kabir, listen, my friend, he gave them my life. He alone can deprive me of it. He alone is my protector. I'll dwell with the Lord and be one with him. No more will I stay in this house of clay, house of war. House at war. Within the house of friend there is a great conflict. 5 sons and 1 woman, ever at variance with each other, quarrel night and day. Each demands food of a different kind, each one more than the other. Craves savory dishes, no, not one listens to the other. Each is intent on gratifying his own 5 desires. One who bridles with the willful lady of evil inclination, who disciplines the 5 wayward sons, who settles the dispute and brings peace in his home. Such a one, O Kabir, is dear to my heart. My life unboilable. All flesh is the same, be it a man or that of a beast. All blood is the same color too. Man eats the flesh of beasts, man's flesh not even jackals like to eat. Brahma the potter molded the earth into the varied pots in which many dwell, soon to depart. Do you know where they come from and where they go? Yet you devour them as if they were sown in your own fields. You fashion gods and goddesses out of each and stone. Mercilessly you cut the throats of living beings to appease them. If your deity indeed craves flesh, why does she not eat it while it is gazing at the pastures? Says Kabir, listen, my friends, keep yourself always engaged in repetition of the name. Whatever deeds you do to gratify your palate, Vaheguru. No, I'm not enjoying it at all. What shall I do? I will no longer house of clay. I will no longer go and dwell with the Lord. I will become one with Him. It's not stay in this house. I'll not stay in this house of day. I'll thatch is tattered, Vaheguru.